Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the show where we dive deep into the fascinating details of the world around us. I'm your host, and today we're taking a journey into the near future. We're not talking about flying cars or new technology, but about the year itself, 2025. Now, usually, when we think of a year being significant, we think of major historical events. But sometimes, a year stands out for a completely different reason, a reason hidden within its very numbers. The year 2025 is one of those special years. It's a numerical gem, a playground for mathematicians, and a source of incredible curiosity for the rest of us. So get ready to have your mind blown by the surprisingly elegant and intricate mathematical world of the number 2025. Let's start with the most striking, the most obvious, and frankly the most famous property of 2025. It is a perfect square. What does that mean? It means a whole number multiplied by itself gives you 2025. That number is 45. 45 times 45, or 45 squared, equals 2025. Now you might be thinking, okay, that's a neat bit of trivia, but let's put this into perspective. A year that is a perfect square is incredibly rare. Think about it. The last time the world saw a perfect square year was 1936. That's 44 squared. Before that, you'd have to go way back. And after 2025, the next perfect square year won't arrive until 2116, which is 46 squared. That's nearly a century away. This means that for the vast majority of people alive on this planet today, 2025 will be the only perfect square year they will ever experience in their entire lifetime. It's a once-in-a-lifetime numerical event. But the magic of 2025 squareness doesn't stop there. It's like a Russian doll of mathematical beauty. Let's look at the digits of the year itself. 2, 0, 2, 5. If you add those digits together, what do you get? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And what is 9? It's also a perfect square, 3 squared. That's a beautiful little symmetry right there. But it gets even better. Let's go back to the number that started it all, the square root of 2025, which we know is 45. Now let's look at the digits of 45. 4 and 5. What happens when you add them together? 4 plus 5 equals 9. Again, the sum of the digits of the year is a perfect square, and the sum of the digits of its square root is that exact same number. It's an elegant loop of numerical harmony that is just so satisfying. So we have a year that is a perfect square, whose digit sum is a perfect square, and whose square root's digit sum is the same number. That alone would be enough to make 2025 a special year for number lovers. But believe me, we are just getting started. Let's move on to something even more astonishing. One of the most breathtaking properties of 2025 is that it is the sum of the cubes of the first 9 positive whole numbers. Let me say that again. If you take the number 1 and multiply it by itself 3 times, that's 1 cubed, which is 1. Then you take 2 and multiply it by itself 3 times, that's 2 cubed, which is 8. If you do this for every number from 1 all the way up to 9, and then add all of those results together, you get exactly 2025. Let's just run through that. It's 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed plus 4 cubed plus 5 cubed, 6 cubed, 7 cubed, 8 cubed, and finally 9 cubed. The sum of all of those numbers is precisely 2025. This connects the year to a fundamental mathematical series, linking it to the very building blocks of our number system in a profound way. It's not just a random number, it's the culmination of a beautiful and significant pattern. And the connections to powers don't stop with cubes. 2025 can also be expressed as the sum of squares, and it can be done in multiple ways. For instance, it's the sum of 3 squares. You can take 40 squared plus 20 squared plus 5 squared. That's 1600 plus 400 plus 25, which adds up to 2025. But there's another way to do it with 3 squares. 30 squared plus 25 squared plus 20 squared also equals 2025. On top of that, you can also write it as the sum of just two squares, 27 squared plus 36 squared. That's 729 plus 1296, which once again equals 2025. It's as if the number has this flexible, versatile quality, able to be constructed from these fundamental mathematical operations in a variety of elegant ways. Now let's peel back another layer and look at the number's anatomy, specifically its divisors. Every number has divisors, the numbers that can divide it without leaving a remainder. The number 2025 has a total of 15 positive divisors. Its prime factorization, which is like its DNA, is 3 to the power of 4, multiplied by 5 to the power of 2. And here's a fun fact that comes from that. 2025 holds the title for being the smallest number that has exactly 15 odd divisors. A very specific, very nerdy, and very cool record to hold. But perhaps one of the most charming properties of 2025 relates to something you can do with a pen and paper. Write down the number 2025. Now split it right down the middle. On one side you have the number 20, and on the other you have 25. Now, just add those two numbers together. 20 plus 25. The answer is 45. Does that number ring a bell? It should. It's the square root of 2025. This is an incredibly rare property. In fact, 2025 is one of only 3 four-digit numbers in existence where this trick works. This characteristic also links it to a family of numbers known as Capricorn numbers, named after the Indian mathematician D.R. Capricorn who discovered them. It's a simple, playful property that you can show to anyone to give them a little moment of mathematical wonder. And the list of curiosities just keeps going. In the field of number theory, there's a concept called a Harshad number. It sounds complicated, but the idea is very simple. A number is a Harshad number if it is divisible by the sum of its own digits. We already did the hard work for this one earlier. The digits of 2025 are 2, 0, 2, and 5. Their sum is 9. Is 2025 divisible by 9? Yes, it is. 2025 divided by 9 is 225. So 2025 is officially a Harshad number. Here are a few more quick-fire facts for you. 2025 is the product of two smaller squares, 9 squared times 5 squared. It's also the square of a triangular number. Its square root, 45, is the 9th triangular number, which is what you get when you add up all the numbers from 1 to 9. And here's one more party trick. If you take 2025 and add it to its reverse, which is 5,202, you get the number 7,227, which is a palindrome. It reads the same forwards and backward. Now, all of this is fascinating from a pure math perspective. But how can we have fun with this in the real world as we live through the year? Well, the unique properties of 2025 give us a chance for some date-related fun. We can celebrate what are called perfect square days. Think about it. We have months and days that are perfect squares. Which months are perfect squares? Well, January is month 1, and 1 is 1 squared. April is month 4, and 4 is 2 squared. And September is month 9, and 9 is 3 squared. So we have 3 perfect square months. Now for the days. The perfect square days of any month are the 1st, the 4th, the 9th, the 16th, and the 25th. So in 2025, you can combine a perfect square month with a perfect square day to get a perfect square date. For example, January 4th, or April 9th, or September 25th. How many of these special days are there in the year? Well, you have 3 perfect square months, and each of those months has 5 perfect square days. 3 times 5 is 15. There will be 15 perfect square days to celebrate throughout 2025. You can circle them on your calendar and take a moment to appreciate the numerical coincidence. As we prepare to enter 2025, we have a unique opportunity. It's a chance to see a year not just as a measure of time passing, but as an object of beauty and intrigue. It's a perfect square, a sum of cubes, a Harshad number, and so much more. It reminds us that mathematics isn't just an abstract subject in a textbook. It's a hidden language, a set of beautiful, intricate patterns woven into the very fabric of our reality, even into the numbers we use to mark our journey around the sun. So keep your eyes open in 2025. Appreciate the patterns, share these fun facts, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find a little more wonder in the world. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online. I am your host, signing off.